everyone, welcome back to the Savagefirewood channel. It's Brad here. It's carrying off from the last video. If you haven't seen the other video, you can go back and check it. It's called Lessons Learned. I don't know what to say. It happened so fast that you think that you got everything, all your safety stuff in order. You wear the protection. You know, I guess you can wear steel gloves. I mean, that's not going to work. Or any splitter for that matter. But when you're talking about hydraulics and your human body or any parts of, there's no winning. So you can only learn from what you did. It happened so quick. I thought my hand actually got caught in the wedge, and I thought my hand was gone. The first instinct when I pulled away, I thought my finger was not there. So it was actually in shock. It's more of a shock thing, I guess. I know in the video it doesn't really even show the real, the feeling or whatever. If anyway, I'm sure many out there have been to this situation. Or if you haven't, you can take these maybe as lessons. These are machines not to be fooled with. But a lot of people take everything for granted. Anyway, so this video is going to be about safety and what everyone needs to, at the bare minimum, be aware of. I think it's paramount that that be on the forefront of everything else. Before getting wood out or anything else or anything you're doing, even in another business, even as a maintainer, as a mechanic, safety is followed. Otherwise, your career can be cut short real quick. And where this is a sideline business, and if I was devastatedly or incredibly injured in this situation, that's going to have serious repercussions on what I do on my regular day job. So, anyways, stay tuned, and I hope for all you that are out there to follow and new subscribers, stay tuned. We're going to start off with personal equipment that one would use doing firewood. Hence what this channel is about for the most part. We'll get into the lower stuff first, and then we'll work our way up. Boots. I'll be honest with you, I don't have a pair of chainsaw boots, and that is something I will be acquiring for this winter, for the weather. You're in the slush and snow, on slippery logs. The overall terrain of the situation can dictate. And at the end of the day, proper footwear, traction to the ground, once again, imperative. And you'll hear this word quite a bit because I believe in this 100%. I can show you, and I probably will, actually you will see this in the video, I'll bring them out there. A pair of overshoes that I had when I had a pair of boots on. I had a pair of overshoes on, a pair of Neos, and when I cut through a log, it went past the log and my foot was in the way, and I just skimmed the top of it. Didn't touch my foot, no nothing. So these is not for chainsaws, okay? This is for weather. These are the summer edition. These are just overshoes, over boots, whatever you want to call them. The brand name of these are Neos, N-E-O-S. Like I said, I don't have a pair of chainsaw boots per se because of the price, but I'm getting them. Like that's the next thing on my list. I mean, just to buy a pair of chainsaw chaps, like the pants were like 200 and something bucks Canadian, right? So like nothing's cheap. So you want the safety, but at the same time you're paying for it. And you wonder, well, how many use a chainsaw like once a year? Why do I need a pair of chaps? Well, you know how long it takes to cut your leg with a chainsaw? A second. And if you watch my other video, how long it takes you to hurt your finger with a wood splitter, right? It's the same thing. It happens, man. Accidents happen. And then you sit there and say to yourself, well, I should have done this. I should have done that. All you can do is protect yourself with the equipment that's out there and use it, right? And of course, there's skill set. There's knowledge. But at the end of the day, set yourself up for success, not failure, right? So anyways, I use these occasionally, depending on the weather. And I'll show you, which at that time was just a quick thing. I went down there for some reason, and I tell you, that was a learning lesson. I don't think I was making videos then. Oh, the silicone broke. But, so these are waterproof, right? These are the summer edition, so your feet do sweat in here for excessive periods of time, but you know, that's a lot better than just actually stepping in a puddle of water. Here, so this is where the chainsaw, when I came through a cut, it just, and I got silicone here. I siliconed that probably, was it last 2 years ago, I guess it was. And that was a wake-up call for that. Footwear, very important. Protective shanks, good traction, which will dictate the terrain. It will actually help you with the maneuvering around the obstacles and so forth. We'll get into some chaps. So we got chaps here. I'm wearing a pair now currently. It'll be a fashion model, right? These are, I don't know, we'll say call them cheap chaps. I don't even know what brand name they are. The logos wore off them. I wore them. They work. I'll show you a pair coming up that they work. I've been at this for 4 years. I'm not no expert, but I try to improve myself every time, especially when an accident occurs. But yeah, anyways, chaps. This is the basic style, very cheap. Then we go up into another level. So we get into this level of chaps. A little bit heavier duty, a little bit more thickness in the Kevlar. All right. So I don't know what brand name these things are, which really doesn't matter at the end of the day. But as long as it has the proper coating. And once again, this is another video on what chaps you should buy or anything like that. These are just the ones that I've acquired. Right? This was from a friend, a neighbor actually, that does not use a chainsaw no more. And they were issued to me. Got a pair of chaps that's got Kevlar material in them. And then, you know, that will protect your leg. All right, so, and what's nice about these, that they actually have the wraparound, right? Right? Where the main artery in your leg, all the way up there. I'm not no doctor either, but there's a main artery in your leg, and if you cut that, you pretty much got a minute before you bleed out. So very important to me in my books to have some type of protection for that mishap, that slip. You fall down and the chain just touches you. You know, it doesn't even have to be full throttle or nothing like that, just touch you. And if it does, right, it's gonna put a big gouge in your leg. So chaps, okay. Different styles here. Wrap around, more protection to the bottom portion of your leg. Good to go. Then we have chainsaw pants. Okay, these was the first pair I've ever bought. They happen to be Husqvarna, right? Trusted name, and they're warm. You can pretty much go out in the winter with your underwear on. What I normally do is put your lawn johns on there, and that's all you need on. You got vents in the side for summer use, or whenever, even in the winter, if you need to cool down. Right, pockets in the back. It's got all your classifications. Anyways, these got a little pocket on the side, another vent on there. They're pretty thick. They're pretty heavy. They got some substance to them. But I will show you. This is what already saved me. I've been 4 years at this. I've had 2 mishaps with a chainsaw. All right, so if I wasn't wearing for these, I guarantee you I would have had a nice gouge in my leg. And that was up here, which is normally what I think is up in this general area, the thigh area, and then you'll get it like around here, right? And there might be some others. There's actually stuff on the internet you can check out. It'll give you where the most chainsaw accidents happen. But wearing this saved me from either an emergency visit, right, to a hospital, or you know, or a serious healing issue, right? So you look at right here. So this one here was up here. That was the first one. I got it patched over. How did that one happen? I don't even remember. I think it was actually hanging the saw. So after doing the cut, hanging the saw, I'm a lefty, but it makes no difference, I guess. Most saws are that way, like when you use them. And it came down, and the chain was still running, and it hit me right here. I didn't even really know what happened. All of a sudden the chain stopped and it tore my shafts up. So that's patched, right? So would I want to hit that area again? No, well, there's less Kevlar right now because it all got pulled out in this general area, right? Number 2, that one happened maybe a year after from the first one. And this one here was the same scenario. Walking through the woods, I was being stupid. It was with a smaller chainsaw, it was with, I think it was my 135 Husqvarna that I had. And I was just cutting down some branches in the forest line there. And once I was just sort of like swinging, right? Like you're using a weed eater. And as I finish and come through the cut, I'm walking through, and all of a sudden, the chain hooked my pants. I thought it was, well, there's thorn bushes. That's what it felt like. So, chain stopped instantly, and yeah, stopped. It did its job. And this is what you'll see inside them. It's all Kevlar inside here. If you can see that, that's the wool, and then you get woven fiber. That's where the chain actually got tangled up in there. Are they still good? Yes, they are. But are they at their utmost? Hopefully you don't hit the same spot. Down in here, it's all good. It didn't all get pulled out. So once again, ideally, probably should get a new pair to be 100% safe. At the same time, they do have expiration too. There's only so long that something lasts for. Like I said, I'm no SME on everything here, but I use common sense. Protective equipment is protective equipment. If you're not sure about something, read about it. I don't care if you only use a chainsaw for 10 minutes a year, right? More important, you probably don't have the experiences somebody else do. And one thing I try to teach myself is respect to what you're using. You have this tendency to lose the respect because you get so complacent. Complacency is the #1 issue, and I'm a #1 fault of that. Like using that Eastamade down there, 2 years I've had that. Will come up September, be 2 years. I split a lot of wood with that thing. It got me, it bit me, and it got me good, right? Could have been worse. I could not have. I could have been, a digit short. It's almost like, it's a wake-up call. Okay, chaps. Enough said about that. Ear protection, very important. We have the earmuff type, right? I like using these in the winter where, it protects your ears from the cold, the elements. You put your earbuds underneath. Good for the winter, a little bit more bulkier, right? You take them out, put them around your neck, whatever. Wintertime, awesome idea for those. My preferred ones I normally use in the summer months or whatever, when it's warm out, are the typical, I don't know, whatever you want to call them, earphones, right? Put them around the neck when you don't have the saw going. You need to talk to somebody, right? You got the imprint here. You put them like this. Put them in your ears. Voila, noise canceling. Probably not as good as those when it comes to sound deadening. I like this, and you can replace these. Like I said, you can pull them off, and I have a couple more packages in there, and you just replace them. So that's what I like. Okay, well, we'll get into eye protection. Probably your #1 thing. If I were not to wear anything else on my face, is eye protection. You should wear everything. No ifs, ands, or buts. Pretty much, we're using a chainsaw, this, and my glasses. But eye protection, you only have 2 eyes. You do not want to lose an eye. Okay guys, we're at the wood yard now. Before we get into me showing you the injury that I've acquired and how it happened, if you saw the last video, it happened quick. Some people noticed it, maybe they didn't. And I'll actually announce the winner as well before I end the video. We get into some gloves. So safety, yeah, I guess it won't stop any type of split or anything like that, or even a chainsaw for that matter. But I know they do have gloves out there. They're chainsaw gloves, cut resistant. But mechanics, do you make different various types? These are just general general purpose ones. There's nothing really protective on that. Save your hands from splinters, or you know, calluses. So, and I'm not too worried about that. I usually use these when I'm actually using when I'm cutting with the chainsaw. Gives you a little more. Just the chainsaw feels better in your hand when you wear gloves. Then the ones I swear by, I don't know. I've tried so many different pairs of gloves. The ones that seem to last the longest, they're the Atlas 300. They got like a rubber palm fingers, a cotton or whatever the material is here on the outside edge. Not so good in the winter. You definitely have to wear liner gloves on the inside. But I find good grip when the logs are wet. Just in general, you get good dexterity with them and last. I mean, I have a pair, but I'm asked to use at least a month. I would average about a month, I guess, and I cut enough wood and throw enough wood and all that stuff. So, yes, awesome gloves. I recommend. I got them off Amazon. That's where I got these. Can't say I go with the glasses here. Okay, so glasses. Okay, eye protection. Seriously important. If I were to pick one safety thing, probably my eyes. I don't know, we all should wear everything, but at the end of the day, if I were to pick one safety, eye protection. I mean, I won't even come down. If I come down there and forget my eyes protection, I will walk back up. I don't care how many times I got to walk up there. Eye protection. Nothing worse than having to do the safety squint and hoping that nothing lodges in your eye. Because I've been there before, getting that metal in my eye for not wearing protection and different things, right? So from welding and whatnot. So I have different varieties here. So no particular order here. I have these, the yellow ones. Very dull day. So a day like today, it's the sun has gone down. Looks like it's gonna rain now. Brightens everything up. It is a beautiful sunny day with these on, right? So lightens things up. Good to see. With we have the tinted. So bright sunny days, and now you want to protect your eyes from the sun. You know, that glare. There you go. Maybe it looks cool as well, right? And then we have, I do have a regular pair of those as well in clear. These are like a smoked, right? So this is like, you're gone cooler on the list now, like your GQ, right? But once again, they're used for different brightnesses and stuff like that. So, you know, whatever suits your eyes, whatever you like to wear, right? So that's good there. And then last but not least, like I said, I have a pair of just straight clear ones as well. I forgot to bring them down, but these would suffice. And these ones here, these would be good for a day like today as well. So then last but not least are the ones more of like a goggle type thing, but they got the protective foam, more of a for a splash or for things that come down. I don't know. I don't really wear them a lot because I see the ridge line. I don't know with these things. So, and these are made by 3M. I'm not a fan of these particular models, and I don't know. But I have them anyways. If I couldn't find anything else, I'd still put them on my face. So anyways, that's enough about glasses. There's many different types out there. It's up to you to choose whatever you want, what works for you. But eye protection is imperative. Okay, last but not least, when it comes to safety stuff in general, is the good old hard helmet. Yeah, some people say, I even question myself, why do I need a hard helmet if I'm not felling a tree? Well, you know what? I thought about it after, and there is a reason why. Even if you're bucking, maybe not so much of a log on the ground, but when you get into logs up higher than you, right? If you're like this, you shouldn't be really cutting above your shoulder line anyway. But if you're getting to cut that and somehow you get a kickback, there might be a potential way, this helmet might potentially save you, right? From a near miss or whatever. Like I know I've seen stuff before where You know, the saw comes back and hits you in the head, or it could be a limb, but I don't know. But at the end of the day, I bought it before because it's an all-in-one scenario. Helmet on, you got your ear muffs, ear plugs, right? And you've got your screen on top of your eye protection. So if you got it up like this, so I have my glasses on, and right, you got my glasses on, you shoot, and then all of a sudden you get a little bit of something hit you in the face, right? Maybe you have time to put this thing down, but I just find it gives you that much more protection. Once again, saves your face from, you know, looking all like crazy and stuff. But yeah, once again, not cheap. Of course, Husqvarna. I'm loyal to when something works for me, I stick with it. Why change it, right? All right, so if I'm not wearing this, that's what I'm wearing. Okay? Good old Easter May. And by the way, I want to bring it to everyone's attention. I am not affiliated in any which way. I met Andrew like 4 years ago, and just once again, I'm a loyal customer. I'm one of those people that if something works for me and is an outstanding product, I will support it. And it's an amazing. I mean, I had a shirt dropped off for me. I had, you know, but I had the holder that I broke. I dropped a piece of wood on the cover because I was trying to remove ice off my shed there. And anyways, you know, had the person reach out to me. How's your machine? Amazing customer service. You know, it's awesome to deal with people like that. All right, so I'm gonna get into what happened to me, and I'm gonna just sort of reenact it, just slow it down, of course, without the machine running. Okay, guys, this is a basic demonstration. We're pretending that 4 pieces are going through right now. It was probably around this level of split where the pusher was at this point. Of course, there's 2 other pieces on the other side of it. We're not caring about that right now. Trying not to block your view. So as it was going through, it spread out like this, right? So it's pretty much finished the split. We're talking about seconds here. And I went in and grab it like this and throw it off. I wanted to get it closer to where the ATV was sitting with the bucket or with the trailer, and yeah, so it'd be more convenient, right? Big mistake, right? Once again, there's a lot of you know, I've learned over the years of using the wood splitter. This one here in particular, 2 years now. Next September, or this September coming, and never ever, if my hand was at the end, this wouldn't have happened. But you know, you do things so fast, and yes, I already know you don't put your hand anywhere in a pinch position. Well, that's definitely a pinch position. But 1,000 other pieces I went through, especially ash and how it splits. Like normally when you go to here, it pretty much falls apart, right? That's what happens. It just falls through. You never do a full split through. But this particular one, it hit a knot or something. I don't know. The grain was maybe twisted more. I have no idea, but it did that, right? In real sense. So it took me a while to actually I thought my hand went in this way. I don't even know. It happened so quick. I don't know. We're talking seconds here. Like I thought my hand went to this, and that's why I thought my finger was gone, right? So scary stuff. Wake up call for me. And if this helps anybody else out, you know, from this type of injury, you know, now I got a busted knuckle. It's broken. And I have a busted here above the fingernail. So that's why I wear this now. It doesn't really hurt because I don't really feel it too much. It's weird that way. If I don't, and I use it a lot, and then I find it starts getting hot inside internally. This is something I'm probably going to have to deal with. Come with cold. I don't know. I'm probably going to feel it, and I don't know yet. So I still got to go see a plastic surgeon or a fracture clinic at the hospital. They did call me just before the long weekend there that we had, but I called them back, and so I'm waiting on a call on that. So otherwise than that, my finger's still attached. I'm gonna get you back up to height here. My finger's still attached. It's movable. I have very minimal movement at the knuckle, right? I can move it, but so that means that the tendons are okay. And I can move this part here a little bit as well, just a small amount, which shows that there's tendons still there. Otherwise, you'd be immobile, I guess, in that the mobility would be obsolete. Anyways, that is the best I can explain it. You know, it snapped back at me instead of going the other way. And I've seen it where actually wood flies. Normally it would fly outwards, and if you're at the opposite end, outdoors with the Morgans, he had a situation that happened at his residence, and you know, it's unfortunate. And the chance of that happening, you know, it's like, I don't know, I want to put a number to it, but it doesn't happen very often. And you just got to be all careful. And this is why I'm doing this video. Some people may laugh, maybe, oh, it's a safety police or whatever. I really don't care what anyone does. But what I do care is what I can promote, and if it's a safety thing, take it, leave it. I've seen people with sandals on with a chainsaw, shorts. Not for me, you know what I mean? And people like that can do it all their life and get away with it. And then there's some people that, you know, so be aware of what you're using. Don't lose focus on what you're using or what you're doing. It is a very dangerous type of job. And yeah, so if I can save one person from hurting himself, well, I've done my job, right? So anyways, enough rambling on about that. I hope you stayed tuned to the end or to this point. We got a winner with the guessing of how many bundles of camp firewood out of a 27.5 diameter by 8-foot log of ash. And there was a lot of people that guessed pretty close to it. Some people, I give a little bit of a hint of a giveaway on the first round, what the first round, people paid attention to that, what the first round produced. Which was average around six bundles per round. Anyways, the total number and the grand prize goes to Hunt River Firewood. I don't know the person's name, so if you watch seeing this, we'll give you some time here to collect your prize. If you can contact me at my email address at savagefirewood@gmail.com. Reach out to me, tell me where I can send you a t-shirt, and let me know if you want a white one or a black one. I currently only have them in large. Let me know if that works for you. If not, I will get that sorted out. Yeah, so get back to me on that. Very much appreciate it. Congratulations. For the rest of you, you've been so close, and I might be giving away a couple more just for the hell of it. So I might just pick, I got you guys' names all in a pot there, so I might just pull out. I was thinking I was going to have a bunch of same numbers, but 27, that was not the number I was thinking of, but that's what it worked out being. So, but anyways, you know, I appreciate each and every one of you for viewing my channel, for, you know, subscribing, commenting, you know. I'm going to try I'm trying at least one video a week right now, you know, so get back to maybe 2 a week. Everything depends, but at least one a week. I think that's fair. Monday, Tuesday. This one will probably be out on Wednesday, or so. Wednesday. Actually, we're already a day ahead, so Thursday, I guess. Maybe Thursday by the time you see this. But anyways, I'll still keep at her because, you know, the finger's still not stopping me. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Like I always say, work hard, play harder. You know what? I'm going to change that. Be safe, work hard, play harder. Savagefirewood.